I'm Annabella Cox, and my school, we are full-time back, although we are doing half days. We started off the school year with hybrid.
My name is Gabriella Sonini, and we started off the school year with the hybrid model. This was going very well, so we switched to in-person instruction full-time. In-person instruction full-time lasted a few weeks, and then we went fully remote. We are currently in the hybrid model, and we are turning fully back to school on March 15th.
Hi, my name is Corinne Robinson, and we are fully in-person instruction right now. But a little earlier in the year, we were fully remote for over 2 months.
I do personally miss going out into recess. It was a really good social time for all the students to, let loose during the day, and I kind of miss having a break instead of constantly working throughout the day. And I also miss socializing with the students that are all virtual.
The hardest adjustment for me was when we went from fully virtual to the hybrid model. I think the reason why it was so difficult because we were virtual for so long, and I personally started to develop a routine every single day. And then when we went back to school, my whole routine was just totally different. So it just felt a little unusual.
The hardest adjustment for me was the masks, because when the teachers try and teach us, we can barely hear them talk because of the mask, and it's muffling their voice. So it's kind of hard to hear them.
I think something positive I can take away from this experience is that I've grown to be more of a responsible person. Being more responsible has taught me how to be able to manage all of my tasks in an efficient way. Instead, they were on a screen telling us what to do. This can be especially hard because if you miss one thing, it can result in a mistake. In this situation, if you were confused, you had to be responsible instead of failing the assignment. I would email, Google Chat, and ask questions on Google Meets to help me with my struggles. Luckily, I had very nice teachers, so it was very easy to do. Overall, I just feel like because of the pandemic, I've become more of a mature and responsible person.
A positive from this experience was learning how to work with these conditions, and if this ever happens again or later in life, that we would know how to deal with it. And it was also an interesting experience because it helps us learn how to work together to make this a better experience for 8th graders or 7th graders or high schoolers.
I think that being remote has really helped me with my organizational skills. It helps me keep everything together so that I'm not procrastinating, and I definitely do procrastinate, but it's definitely taught me how to manage my time better and make sure that I'm getting all my work done in time.
I think my classmates are handling this pretty well because we have teachers that are explaining this very well and helping us with math problems or social studies problems or something like that. So I think they're handling it pretty well. We actually have like one student that's virtual, and she's doing pretty well too.
I agree with Corinne. I feel like a lot of kids are handling it really well, and in all of my classes, a lot of kids are virtual, and they're getting their work done. But it's definitely a harder situation for the kids who are virtual. But I think overall they're handling it very well.
For my school, we're a very small school, so having very few kids means that we have very little social interactions to begin with. And I think that my school is handling things pretty well, the students, but there are some students that they're struggling a little bit with school, but our teachers are definitely there to help us with anything that we need, with private Zooms and, any extra credit work that they can give us. And they're definitely more empathetic and understanding. This one was very difficult for me because I really couldn't pick a teacher that stood out to me. But I did want to point out that there were two new teachers that just started out in our school this year, a new guidance counselor and a new music teacher, and they were both definitely very well adjusting to the new social setting, especially in such a hard time. And I really admire their ease into the transition.
So the teacher that stood out the most to me was my 6th through 8th ELA teacher, Miss Payne. She is very understanding with the students, and she makes learning very fun. She is very dedicated to her work, and she likes to break things down for that students that have more trouble with understanding things, such as myself. She likes to break things down and just makes it a lot easier, and she really stood out these past couple of years.
The teacher that stood out to me the most throughout all my years in middle school would most definitely be Miss Armentani, my 6th grade math teacher. Miss Armentani, more than any other teacher, has not only helped me in all my years of school, but also in all aspects of life. I have had many wonderful teachers that have helped me throughout middle school, but none like her that inspired me to believe in myself. Through her teaching me, I've gained confidence in everything I put myself into. She has helped me with any questions I had to do with school or life. Miss Armentani was always willing to listen to me and give me her honest opinion. She always manages to put a smile on my face and make me laugh. We have this tradition together where every year around Christmas time, we dress up to see who has the most Christmas-themed outfit. She has made my experience in middle school fun. Our bond has grown so much, and I know that no matter where I am in life, I will always remain in contact with her. I want my high school teachers to know that I'm a very hard worker. They will always see me striving for perfection and working hard for everything, no matter how easy or hard the task is. Even if I may not do the best on something, I am always trying my best. I strive for perfection, and it may not always get there, but it is a motivating goal to have. In conclusion, I would want them to know the amount of hard work I will put into their classes.
I would like my high school teachers to know that I'm very much involved in music, and I would like to have a career in the musical arts. I'm not sure if I want to be an actress or a singer, but I really would. That's the path that I've chosen for life, and if any of my teachers could help me get there, that would be very much helpful. That's what I would like them to know.
I would want my high school teachers to know that I have bad ADHD, and it would be very helpful if they break things down to help me understand things, just like how my middle school teachers do for me, because it is very hard in these conditions to understand things, especially if we go virtual again. My future goals is to become a middle school or elementary school ELA teacher, because I've always loved working with kids, and I always loved school and being in school and learning, because I just always loved waking up and just going to school on the school bus, seeing my friends, seeing my teachers, and I want to be in school when I grow up, not only as a student, but as a teacher, and helping kids grow up and learn new things.
I have many future goals. When I am in high school, I plan to participate in the swim club and NHS. I would also like to get straight A's for all of my years in high school and do well on the important exams so that I can get into my desired college. After high school, I plan to attend Cornell University to study veterinary medicine. After I graduate and earn my Doctor of Veterinary Medicine degree, I will become Dr. Simnini and own my own veterinary practice. These are goals that I've set for myself to achieve in the future.
I hope to one day go to the college Juilliard in New York City. It's always been a dream of mine to be on Broadway. That's part of my musical career path. And I really hope that in high school I can get the good grades and be able to go to Juilliard and hopefully make it to Broadway after that.